Good to see you.
So let me ask you, the session you just had, the Break the Violence, Cycle of Violence Act, was you had Jim Clyburn, you had Danny Davis. What was your message? What's the proposal?
Well, our message is we not only have to decrease gun violence, but we have to get to the root causes. And we know it's not just one thing, that's going to change. Like, we have background check bills waiting in the Senate. We have closing the Charleston loophole, but we know that we have to do more. We have to invest in our communities. We have to invest in evidence proof organizations that have the organization, the resources to help stem gun violence and help prevent it also, not just intervention, but prevention.
In the Trump administration, they had, of course, what was called Operation Legend. Basically, the plan, we're going to send the FBI to Chicago, have them fix it up. The Biden administration is taking a different approach. They seem to be looking at causes of things. Talk about the differences we're seeing from, if you will, the Trump administration, but now in the Biden administration, in the overall philosophy of how to handle this issue.
Sure. I think that the Biden administration has a more holistic view. Like, they have something in place where they will look at where people are getting the guns from. Are, gun dealers selling guns legally? Are they checking what they need to check? Or, how are people getting guns? They're looking at trafficking, which is a big problem in the Chicagoland area. Or everyone always says Chicago has the strictest gun laws, but no one else around us does. They're looking at working with people that were formerly incarcerated, giving them job skills so they don't go back to, what they did that landed them in prison. Looking at expanding, work programs in the summer, but not just in the summer, all year round. And then also investing in evidence-based community violence intervention. So looking at ghost guns. So they're looking at, the whole scale of things, everything that contributes to the gun violence that we have.
Congresswoman, is it fair to say that essentially the shift seems to be more to an upstream approach, how things are making their way into the system, and away from end user, the tragic event moments?
Intervention and how we can stop guns from flowing in, but also how we can stop particularly young folks from even getting involved. Giving them opportunity and hope, giving them job skills and jobs. Again, a more holistic approach and more proactive, not reactive.
Let me talk about some of the factors that are leading to some of the crime rate we're seeing. I mean, look, how much emphasis do you put on the fact that we've been going through a pandemic? I mean, we've seen some increases, but at the same time, certain kinds of crimes going down. So what impact do you believe the pandemic has had?
Well, I don't think it's good that people have been locked up, and can't go out, don't have the same outlets for such a long period of time. Of course, things are opening up now. When you look at domestic violence, that went up. And women die from domestic violence and guns at a too high of a rate. So I think it has something to do with it, not everything to do with it, but I know more guns were purchased in the United States than ever before during that time. And I think Illinois was #1, well, which doesn't help.
Yeah, Congresswoman, let me add on some other factors to it, because related to the pandemic, of course, you have mass unemployment, limitation on social services because of social distancing requirements, social unrest from George Floyd, just a conglomeration of factors that I imagine take us to where we are today.
Sure. I mean, COVID on top of George Floyd, yes, that did not help at all. And even, with me, it made me realize even more and double down on the inequities that exist in the United States.
The Biden administration also wants to use past COVID money for community-based anti-violence programs. They didn't want to do that, right? They were resistant to that for a while, but essentially they're saying there is some money not being used. That's where we need to put it.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they realize that, because we don't want the money to go to waste, which I don't think it would. But I think that this is a worthy cause for the money to go to, since some of, we're saying that some of the increase in gun violence and deaths is as a result of COVID.
Chicago is one of 15 cities also getting some funding from the MacArthur Foundation and other entities. How does that interplay with your efforts on the federal level?
Well, also, the president has a program where he's picking 15 entities to be at the table to talk about best practices. And Chicago should be one of those entities also. All the help, any help that Chicago can get, it's going to take a village, it's going to take everybody on hands deck approach to combat this issue. I know it's not just in Chicago, but that's where I represent, so that's why I'm talking about it. But it's going to take all hands on deck to combat this problem.
And people would love to see this resolved in a matter of weeks, months, or a year. We just have a few seconds, but that's just not the timeline here, is it?
Well, I don't think anything exactly changes overnight, but, you know, any life we can change. You know, we don't have to say 45 people were shot or a 2-year-old was killed. You know, anything we can do that we see light at the end of the tunnel, we need to do.
All right, Congresswoman Robin Kelly, have a great Sunday. Thanks for your time with me.
Thank you so much.
Good luck in Washington next week.
Okay, take care.
We're going to take our first